I recommend this book to any creative who's kind of feeling stuck, or maybe they give a lot. Maybe you're a teacher in a school program and you have to teach art every day and you feel like just drained on doing your own creative work and you don't feel like you have anything to give because you've been giving all day. Okay guys, so today I'm reviewing this book called The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. And this book has really been famous for many years, like over 40 years people have been using this book. Creatives from all over the world have tapped into what Julia had to say, and really it's changed a lot of people's lives. So I wanted to first talk about the two main things that I love about this book. The first thing, and everybody probably knows what I'm talking about, is morning pages. Julia said that when you wake up, your brain is full of what happened in your dreams and the day before and lots of anxieties. So she decided to come up with this concept of morning pages. And you wake up in the morning, get your coffee, sit down with a notebook. She uses the idea of a legal pad, and you just riff. And you basically just write 3 whole pages solid. You can put on music. It can be absolutely something that you don't even have any idea what's coming out of your brain, like a brain dump. Just like, a lot of people use it to just kind of vent things they're upset about, or literally doesn't matter. The content doesn't matter. She wants you to do that every day to kind of clean the brain. And then she says the good ideas come right after that. I think that is one of my favorite things I've learned from her. And I've carried that on in some of my classes as I teach acting and stuff. So I really love the idea of getting your brain ready and seeing what's behind all of those crazy thoughts and anxieties that we carry around every day. What's behind all of that? What good ideas are waiting for us to kind of tune into if we didn't have all that junk kind of coming into our consciousness all the time? That is something I've applied in my life and I love it. So she talks about the artist's date. And this is my absolute favorite concept that I've ever heard of in regards to just being a creative. I feel so lucky to know about it because have you ever been to like a museum or on a date to a movie, or you might have been inspired, but because you're with a group of people, they just totally distracted you from the actual thing you wanted to pull from the movie, or you felt like if you were alone, maybe you'd do better. So she came up with this concept. She gave you permission to go on an artist date. So that means by yourself, you go into a museum and you just sit and you look at the art and you come up with your own concepts and your own feelings about what you see. So you could go to a movie by yourself. That's one of the things that she talks about. And if you're an actor, a director, producer, it's kind of interesting because you kind of see it from a different light and you don't worry about the person that's with you sitting next to you. So sometimes, when you go to a movie, you're like, I wonder if they're enjoying it. I wonder what they think about that. I wonder if they like it. I wonder if they're, instead of just being able to be like, I'm the only person here. I'm the only person that matters in this moment because I'm just by myself. And I'm just going to let it just wash over me and I'm going to see what I see. My favorite movies I've done this with before, I was obsessed with Frances Ha when it came out. It was a movie with Greta Gerwig. And I saw it 5 times in the theater by myself because I couldn't get over what I was seeing and I loved it. It was all in black and white. And I knew nobody else wanted to see it that many times. And I knew nobody else would appreciate it as much as I did. But for me, it was like a huge creative inspiration. Now, had I gone with someone else, who knows if I would have actually felt the same way about the movie the first time I saw it. But that was an artist date for me, which is a really cool thing. When you discover something that really inspires you, stick with it. Go back and visit. Open up that door again. And people even go on artist dates with themselves to restaurants. And I know it's kind of funny, like there's a whole Friends episode about Rachel, going out to eat by herself because she can do it and she's strong and she's all this stuff. Well, I think it's kind of fun to go out to eat by myself and see what I observe. People watch. I think there's something about being a creative. We have to watch people. In the acting field especially, it's the study of human behavior. So I'm gonna read this list of things it's called a 10-minute timeout. If you don't have time to do an artist date weekly, then I think that a 10-minute timeout could work out just great. If you're just looking for a little inspiration, maybe you feel stuck or you feel like, gosh, the creative juices aren't flowing. I need to do something. This is what she says. Walk to work by a museum or a park, close the office door and listen to some music. Bring a travel book and make vacation plans. Read poetry or a short story. Can re-inspire you and kind of reignite your passion. Look through an art or design book stored in your office. I think we feel like we have to rely on ourselves to create all the creativity, but there's so many people that have gone before us that could be great inspirations. Dive into someone else's a little bit and maybe yours will kind of get started again. Walk on the roof or find a room with a view. Look out over a view of something beautiful or just a view of anything. Just get outside and look outside. Walk around the block or duck into a store that you like. Write in your journal. Get a massage. Woo! I love massages. I'm so happy she said that. It's true. Every time I get a massage, I always feel like, okay, I feel like I can go about my life better. Meditate. Oh, this is a tricky one. Do y'all meditate? I think meditating is so difficult, but I've studied yoga for some time and also a Christian by faith. And a lot of times it says to meditate on the word and to slow down and close your eyes and just meditate on scripture, meditate on whatever keeps you focused. pray. Yes, I do a lot of that. Oh, now this last one, thank you, Julia. I've done a lot of this because of you, a lot. It says, cut up magazines to create collages of your dreams. Every year I have a party, and we do vision board party. And basically I bring all my friends together, we get all these cool magazines, and then I just rip them to shreds and I make a vision board for the year. It's something I do every single year to kind of kick off the year. It's so much fun. And to me, it's like setting myself up for my expectations for that year. They say if you have no plans, you won't hit anything. If you don't have a target, you won't hit anything. So the idea is to kind of like put in front of you the things that you're actually dreaming of. I love this book. I think it can change your life as a creative. If you want to take the 12 weeks, I've done that before, but I've also just kept this book around. Whenever I feel really stunted, I just open it up at any time, boom, do one of the exercises, and I'm free flowing back into my creativity. So highly recommend it. It's a must for all creatives. Thanks, guys.